Right, welcome back to the Unreleased segment that I'm kind of bringing back, and yeah, I don't know, I kind of like these, things that never came out and all that, and when it comes to like demos, Unreleased, tech demos, shareware that we actually haven't done yet, so maybe for the future I will look into some shareware games as well. But yeah, this is pretty cool, another pretty cool one to showcase, I think. And yeah, the game is on PS1, and this is Konami's International Rally Racing. Not to confuse this with International Rally Championship. Those are a bit different games from different companies. There's quite a few of them from what I gather, and they were released, they're out there, you can play them, right? This one wasn't, right? This wasn't released. Interestingly enough, there's a lot of here, right? There's a lot of here that they managed to do. I mean, licensing is one thing, right? I mean, this is Ford Focus, for example, right? There's also Mitsubishi and I believe Toyota, so 3 cars. From the main menu, we will see that there was planned 10 cars, so a lot of licensed cars, right? Probably the ones, the default ones that we all know from the Rally, games. Also, when it comes to the tracks, there's only one, Finland track, right? This, for example, winter track, I don't think we can play. There's another one, right, in the demo. But yeah, interesting story behind the game as well. It was showcased in E3 in '99. This actual prototype is from early May from '99, and the initial release would be in the winter in '99, so this would be pretty late, pretty late '90s PS1 game, right? Great time for racing, I would say, but for whatever reason this never was finished, and I don't know the reason. I checked out info, I didn't find real reason. Maybe the gameplay itself, again, in these movies it seems super nice and smooth and all that. Also, graphics are very nice, right, for the PS1. But the actual game, graphically, good looking, driving, pretty bad. I'll explain as we're gonna play this. But yeah, and one thing that came out from this Konami's attempt, right, was on a Game Boy Color. I think it's like Rally Championship it's called, or whatever. So that version is out. That one came out, and you can play it in its full glory on the good old Game Boy Color. I mean, it's obviously nothing like this. You can't really compare Game Boy with PS1 in most cases. So yeah, but yeah, a bit of a shame, right? So, also 3 movies, we can skip these, but I'll showcase them here. So this is the 3rd one, I believe. And yeah, I mean, even here we can see there's a speed change, right, which the actual game does have. So sometimes it's, the FPS drop kicks in, and it's actually way easier to play that way. When it goes super fast, it's crazy. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, I think there's a lot of potential. From what I gathered, they had like half a year left to work on this until the release, but it seems like there wasn't maybe the time. Maybe time was issue that they didn't finish this, or maybe this looks very similar to Rally Championship games and the name is very close. It's hard to say, right? What was the reason? Yeah, also very arcadey. This is no Colin McRae Rally, right, which is more of a simulator, rally simulator. This is a kind of arcadey game. So, but yeah, let's try this out, see what we can gather. So yeah, I don't think there was 4 movies. No, this is the first movie again. And yeah, interesting enough, music in those movies, pretty awesome, right? You have your techno breakbeat and all that, right? you know, techno drum and bass, breakbeat, experimental stuff that was pretty common in the late 90s, pretty cool genre. I myself try to emulate that sort of, you know, style when I make my beats, if you may, but I can't do them that well. Yeah, there's gonna be some. There's gonna be some I want to showcase on the channel eventually. But yeah, I guess we're gonna play, right? So, training stage, that's what we get here. And yeah, the music in the actual game, not the best, I would say. So, you know, also, let's go back a little bit. Right, so 10 cars, from what I can tell. You know, those lines would be probably the cars, you know. But yeah, we have Ford Focus, Mitsubishi, Lancer, right, Toyota. Those lines there on the Lancer, by the way, on the back and on the front, there should be like Marlboro. But I guess they couldn't do the Marlboro, you know, because cigarettes bad. Maybe. But yeah, licensed cars, which is pretty cool. Also, we can't do anything else here. Can't go to even to options. There's language things, so international, right? So there would be probably, you know, languages, right? Different ones. But yeah, can't do options, can't do championship, arcade. Only training is available. And battle maybe would be 2-player mode, I don't know. But yeah, let's go with Ford. Also the maps, apparently you can't access them, but I don't know how. So yeah, we're just gonna go with this Finland one. There's no other maps, right? You can kind of access them, but they don't work. So.
3, 2, 1,
and yeah, pretty good looking game for PS1. Right, we have two views, first person with the mirror, which is a nice touch, and then the third person, right. Driving is horrible, to say the least. It's really hard to steer. It goes all over the place, as you can tell. And then it stops, right? So collision is weird. When it does have like the FPS drop, like right now, it's very nice. I feel like that's how the game should be. But then it speeds up really fast, right? So, and that's a problem. When it speeds up, you can't control this. Also, it feels like I'm driving on ice, like all the time, right? And I believe we soon will have time over, quite possibly. I think when you bump in, you lose time, yeah, so you can't bump in. We'll lose time quite a bit, so I probably won't be able to finish this track. But yeah, I mean, it would be playable, it's just controls would be terrible, and again, like this speed up is pretty bad. Right, so, and yeah, it says coming this winter. Never did come out in any winter, so, you know, this was scrapped completely, so, yeah. I mean, a lot of potential, right? As a demo, it's nice. I do hate that time trial thing, but I guess it would be very, into time stuff, right? Also, music, I did mention before, then I jumped somewhere else. Like, in-game music, not as good as the movies have, right? I would rather have that drum and bass in the background than... Well, this is fine. This sounds something, I guess, rally-esque, right? Overall, the look really looks like Konami Rally. You know, the second game, for example. Third one, maybe. So yeah, something that Codemasters used to do. Also, Toka Race Driver had some similar, I think, look as well, right? But I think that could be easily changed. But again, I have no idea why they scrapped this. Because everything's here, right? Maybe the third camera would be nice, a bit further. Because this is too close for me. So I guess we'll go like this, maybe. So yeah, this music right now, it's... I don't know. I have like... I don't know, Sonic 2006 vibes. You know, something like that. It reminds me of some music from different type of game completely. But yeah. Graphics are nice though. Graphics are pretty cool. Like for PS1, this is really good looking game. Even draw distance is nice. You can actually see what's coming. So yeah. But for whatever reason, this didn't come out. And also the first person, way better. Way better driving, I guess. Maybe I spoke too soon, but it feels it steers better, actually. So, a bit of a shame. I think this would be kinda nice game, quite possibly. But again, reasons unknown, I think. Could be time issue. Right. And I think we're not gonna make it again. We got further a little bit. Okay. So yeah, you can't bump in anything, I guess. And I think that's how we lose time. But again, it's pretty hard to steer. So not maybe the best controls, right? And yeah, we're gonna check the third car as well, right? Because why not? And I saw someone did, so maybe from the debug, there's like a debug thing accessible. Maybe you can access, you know, like different maps, but I don't know. Can't really do much here. Pressing buttons, nothing happens. So yeah. Probably from debug. But still you couldn't play them. I guess they're not here in this demo at all.
3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah. There's a lot of things as well, you know, like all over the place, you know, some homes and whatnot. Some scenery, you know, it looks pretty. This music though, I don't know, maybe it's for the demo. Sometimes they did put like some jazz, you know, for their demo games, but I don't know. Yeah. And it's easier to play like this, like first person. Like when we go third, it actually goes faster a bit, and fast is bad. It like changes frames all the time. It's like 120, you know, and then it drops to like 30, pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. I would play this, right? Even if it would have these horrible controls. I mean, back then, I would probably play this. Yeah. I think there's a lot here, and yeah. And it's pretty much the same as we got last time. Yeah, timeout. So, and timing actually goes all over the place as well, because the speed of the game changes. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the Konami's International Rally racing, right? The actual ROM from the site has it called like International Rally Championship, which I think is a typo from the person maybe. But yeah, it's pretty decent game what it has. Again, sadly the main reason that should be good in any racing, which is driving and steering. Well, driving's fine, steering is horrible. So, I don't know. Maybe they needed more than half a year to fix that. It could be like engine problems, you know, whatever was the case that this never came out, but I don't know. I see a lot of potential here. I think it's great. you know, what it has, and yeah, it's a bit of a shame, you know. So my voice goes all over the place as well. Got a bit of a bug, so sorry about that, but yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much all I can say. There's gonna be more Rally Unreleased games, by the way. Maybe we're gonna keep them Rally, right? So next time there's gonna be a different Rally, right? Maybe, if anyone's interested, right? But yeah, I think this is great, right? Pretty cool thing. So check it out. I mean, it's free, right? You can check it out, grab emulator, you know, check it out, see for yourself. Again, it's not fantastic by any means, or even great. I mean, I'm saying great because I'm like enthusiast, right? For most people, this would be probably really crappy. But I mean, if you're an enthusiast, you'll see that it's actually, it has potential, right? And it could be cool. Could be a cool game at the end. So yeah, but if anyone knows why this was cancelled, for example, or any more information, maybe there's a updated version somewhere, right? Again, comments, right? Also those sites that I mentioned in the description, right? You can go there, participate. There's like forums, right? People there probably will really appreciate if you know more information, or maybe you even have like an ISO laying around, right? Who knows? But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna stop wasting time and all that, right? So anyways, thanks for the watch. Have a good one as usual, right? Next time a different Rally game unreleased on PS1, and yeah, have a good one. Give this one a shot if you like what you see, you know. Again, steering is gonna be bad, so keep that in mind. And yeah, take care as usual. Okay, bye.